Hey everybody, it's Norm from Tested, and welcome to another LEGO assembly and kit review. What you just watched was me putting together the LEGO Horizon Forbidden West Tallneck set that came out this past May. My set that I ordered finally arrived along with a lighting kit from Light My Bricks, so perfect opportunity to put it together and capture what I like to do, some time-lapse footage. We'll talk about the kit first by itself. This is over 1,200 pieces, which for USD $80, not bad in terms of your average 10-cent per Lego bricks, especially for a licensed set. And from the Horizon games, this one from the newest one, Horizon Forbidden West, the Tallneck is that NPC giant character that Aloy, the main character, has to climb. And this is a wonderful representation of that in not exactly minifig scale, but in a miniature scale, we'll call it. And one of the things I love about this set is that it isn't just a great Lego representation of this beautiful mechanical quadrupedal beast that just has a striking design in and of itself, but it also has this nice diorama base to give it some scale and proportion, along with that unique Aloy minifig and a watcher character as well, hunting Aloy through that world. The base is the first thing you assemble, and it's an oval base uniquely put together with some topographical elements from foliage, plants. I love that there's this rusted street lamp that's broken, and it all kind of twisted in a way with a vine that twirls around it, as well as some unique foliage, this tree, especially with the white branches and the yellow leaves. Really striking, colorful base to contrast with still, I think, a really nicely designed in terms of the color, the Tallneck here. Your orange, whites, grays, a little of this kind of grayish blue. Very satisfying color palette and unique use of common Lego pieces. So you have these, I think these are like sabers off of its neck. These look like snowboards and skis. The way the head is assembled, it's done so it's flat. So you don't have studs protruding from the top and bottom, but you have all the flat-sided pieces as well as a few decals that you put on top I'm totally fine with sticker sheets on Legos. I actually really enjoy the process of putting stickers on Legos. You have Aloy, who you can put on the base, but also, like in the game, she would be climbing the Tallneck. There are a few mounting points. I actually think there could be more of them. I would love for it to be easier for Aloy to be climbing on these spikes or on these back pieces here, but there are a few bars for her to actually cling on, including in the back here, or we can sit her on top of the Tallneck with her weapon and a bow and arrow. It's a wonderful just piece in and of itself, but the thing that really takes it to another level is lighting, of course. So in addition to putting this together, the set took about 3 hours to put together across 8 bags. You actually split the work if you're working with someone else, because all the bags are different components. So the legs are, for example, a great place to share the load if you want to tear up the instruction manual or download a PDF of the instructions and work together with someone. But lighting, the Light My Bricks lighting kit for this, which we will now turn on by flipping off the house lights and plugging in USB power. Of course, the superposition of USB, there it goes. It really does so much for this set. This lighting kit has, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different lighting elements. We'll start with the colorful elements, the Watcher and the Tallneck. The Watcher has in the game a glowing eye in the front that changes color based on its perception of the world and whether it's hunting you as the main character. So it goes from blue to yellow to red. And in the Lego set, out of the box, you actually get a few different clear pieces, a blue piece, a clear red piece, and a clear yellow piece that you can swap out for the posing of the Watcher. But with the lighting set, they actually include a changing LED that you can wire through the Watcher itself, as well as one on the top of the Tallneck. So it pulsates from blue to red, giving a little bit more life, a little bit of just dynamic display. The crux of the display, though, is the lighting display are these spotlights. And just like the Statue of Liberty spotlighting kit that Light My Bricks did, what this does, these are 4 little Lego spotlights, actually using Lego bricks to build the assembly of the spotlight, that then you wire a really bright, warm LED through, and all that power, again, is all connected to a control board that then plugs into USB power. That really helps accentuate the scale of this. When you have these spotlights on the ground, and especially with that diorama base I was talking about earlier. Here's a great example of it. When you have this tree in the back and the spotlights are positioned in the 4 corners, you can do a little bit of extra positioning, and you can see just the shadow being cast on the Tallneck from the trees, through the foliage, through the Watcher itself. That adds, again, a little bit more shaping of the character. Behind the head of the Watcher are 2 blue lights, and the best lighting element is actually this tiny LED strip that gets placed underneath the Tallneck's head that then illuminates the neck and really shows off the definition of these neck plates here. And when I have Aloy mounted on the side climbing the Tallneck, you have it almost lighting her up like a lamp. Actually, I wonder, it kind of almost works as a desk lamp of sorts. I would consider lighting Lego a essential part of the display of Lego, because not only because of what you can do in terms of scale and also displaying in the dark, of course, but also just to bring out the form of Lego. When you have Lego sculptures that are taking these rectangular bricks and a few curved shapes as well, but creating complex forms, by shining a light and casting light on it, it brings more out of this building block material, and it's just perfectly represented here. One of my favorite kits just to look at that I've built over the past few months. So to wrap this up, I've taken a bunch of photos, got a bunch of video, and I have one more thing I'm going to do with this Tallneck set, which is a little bit of testing of new camera gear. It's a bit of a teaser for a future video. I just got this in. I have it for a month on loan. This is a Laowa periscope lens, 24 millimeter macro lens, and It'll allow you to fit this through really small spaces, put it in interesting positions combined with a motion controller or a slider. And in the case of this tall neck, I can imagine trying to use this to capture the floor level view of the tall neck itself and maybe push it between the legs. If it makes you think of maybe an at walker, yeah, I'm planning on using it on Adam's at walker as well. So I'm going to wrap up this video, this quick video show and tell with some footage from this periscope lens, more beautiful B-roll of this tall neck with a Lightmade Bricks lighting kit, and I'll have links to where you can find all of this in the description below. Happy Lego building. I'll have more builds in the future. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.